Hey, welcome back to Save State Podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Good, super good.
Awesome. I am Matt, the Digital Jedi. This week I am joined by Mr. Too Loud Tech Alex himself, Mr. MontoTech from Retro Monto Corps.
Yeah, that's my former name.
I just noticed that.
And the man himself, Mr. Russ from Retro Game Corps. What is up, my brother?
Man, thanks for having me on. You know, it's been a while since I was on the last one, and
I know, man.
Last time, so I'm happy to be here and just talk story with you guys.
We are super excited. What's everybody into this week? What Monto? What are you into this week?
Oh man, I'm not proud to say it, but I've been trying to. I've been forcing myself to just make this thing good. The RGDS, I'm just trying to make it good.
He did a 6-hour stream with that thing the other day. I'm like, this guy's insane, man. I don't think I could play with that thing for 6 hours, man.
Well, so I like cracked it open when I was sick like a week or two ago, because I wanted to play. I was like, okay, this has just enough power to run Ship of Harkinian, the Ocarina of Time port. It's got the controls, so let me just try running it on the top screen with a tracker on the bottom screen for a randomizer. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's something here. So that's kind of what I've been into, and I'm trying to raw dog it. No Gamma OS, just straight stock OS.
Great.
I'm knuckling down, man.
So that's why it took 6 hours, because it took that long to get the first game to load? Is that what happened?
Yeah, more or less. 5.5 hours of just waiting for it to load.
Oh my gosh.
It's inspiring.
Russ, what are you into this week?
Yeah, I was going to say the whole RGDS thing is inspiring for me, because when I first got my channel started, I tried to do the same thing with a lot of other Anbernic devices, like the Win 600. Like I just tried to beat that thing into submission and be like, I'm going to get some fun out of this at some point, And I kind of feel like Monto, you're on that same path. So
it's the same thing, just trying to beat it. Just come on, man. There's something there.
Yeah, the Win 600 was 4 years ago. It's crazy to think how quickly everything moves. But yeah, this week what am I into? Well, mostly I've been messing with, like, I released a video the other day talking about like PC gaming on Android, and so spent a lot of time testing that, and I had like a showcase near the end, and that took me several days of testing and just filming footage and stuff just to get that all running. So yeah, mostly been doing that, and then I'm working on a new one right now. It's gonna be a fun one. It'll come out tomorrow. It'll mostly be basically roasting all of the bad Anbernic handhelds and one their design.
That's a good one. That's a good
Can
one.
you give us
dude.
a tease? What's
so
can you give us one handheld that's on the list?
They're all on the list, really, but they each, that's the whole thing, right? Is that they always they fix something and then they break something. Like it's always something that holds them back. But I think like probably some of the worst examples would be something like, it's the RG Vita that really got me thinking about it, because it's like, those guys, why would they put that name on that device? Like, why would you do that? And so that's what got me thinking about it. And then I just kind of went down the rabbit hole and checked them all out, and I was like, they really just can't ever nail it. Very rarely do they nail it, and so it's going to be like kind of roasting all those and then celebrating those that they actually nail, and then maybe talking about what I would think would be a perfect example if they were able to, actually get it together. So yeah, we'll see.
So that's a great point, because the year before last, when they had the XX devices, they killed it, man. They killed it. And last year it was all right. It wasn't bad. I really enjoyed the 476H, the 477M. I enjoyed that. I was a little disappointed with the 557, because the 556 is one of my favorites. That's too loud. We've been fighting about that for years. I chose the 556 over the RP4, without a doubt, every time. So
I was RP4 Pro all the way. So
yeah, man, we used to fight about that all the time. So but then this year I'm just like, what in the world is going on, man?
They peaked in high school. And it's been all day.
I guess.
They got too comfortable back in 2023, 2024.
Hey, it makes me wonder though, right? Like, why have we not seen an Anbernic Android with a Snapdragon processor? Like,
I think they probably just messed it up when it came to like getting a deal, like maybe the other guys got the deal, and I don't know how that stuff works in the back end, but I have seen comments from the guy that I do talk to who doesn't actually work for Anbernic, and he said that they like missed out on Snapdragon is what he's mentioned sometimes. So I think that there was like a period where they should have like gotten into contract with them and they didn't. Somebody else did. So I think that's probably what it is.
They're kicking themselves in the butt now.
Then we see Mangmi with that lower end Snapdragon chip, and that treated them well. There's no way they got a direct line for those.
Yeah, how does
unless Mangmi is secretly connected to Ioneo still.
Maybe, yeah, they could do that, or it could be like what Jeeves was saying a couple weeks ago, in that they're scouring those older chipsets, scouring old phones, and just pulling them off the boards and reusing them.
Yeah,
I mean it's probably cost efficient. Seems odd to us, but on this side, but that might be a common practice, in the tech world over there. So I mean, it's who knows.
Yeah.
Tula, what are you into this week, man?
Me this week, dude, crying about not ordering an Apex. That's basically what I'm doing this week.
I know.
Crying that I didn't get in the first initial wave where we got them for like really, $1,700 and now if I really want one, I got to spend $2,400 and the price of a small Camry, to play on a x86 handheld.
I agree. I don't want to steal too much because that's a really good topic for us to talk about later. But funny story, I don't know if I told you, Nelly convinced my wife to let me get an Apex, but now I don't want to spend the money on it, right? So I'm just like, Nelly forgave me pairs, so I'm just like, oh man, but now I don't want to spend the money on it. So I'm kind of torn about that. That's it. You just kind of moping. Well, people are talking about your keyboard, and I know you're setting up the studio, and you're getting it little by little. So that thing.
Hey, that's a good title, dude. I'm sorry. 1 second. Retro game conspiracies, and then Russ starts out the episode with his tinfoil hat on, dude. Like,
I haven't filmed that part where I'm going to talk about the conspiracy, so and I think I might have tinfoil here in the studio.
That might be
it. There you go. So much funny. So is that it, Tula? Is that just it? This week's, just kind of.
That's it, dude. Messing around. I mean, I was working with Absolute on that prototype for their N6 controller. Trying to wrap that stuff up. Really working on the studio, trying to get stuff in order here. I finally decided to paint color, which is it's more difficult than you would assume, right? Because I'm not just going with like a flat white or something like that. So just something that will contrast well, especially with the stuff that I want to put up on the walls in here and get out of this corner. I don't want to be in this corner anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that up. But I mean, as far as handhelds go, dude, I mean, I'd hate to say it. I don't. I've been playing a lot of Switch 2. That's where I've been at. Like, I've really been enjoying my Switch 2. And I mean, I guess I can thank Absolute for that because, if it wasn't for that controller, testing that controller, I wouldn't have got sucked back in. But now I've just been going crazy on Pokemon ZA and trying to beat Breath of the Wild again for the second time. So, and outside of that,
it's like your fourth time.
Space.
I'm not
just but it's 60 FPS this time. It's
it's a different experience. Yeah, and then this time too, I bought the DLC, which last time I didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to experience that. I've never played Tears of the Kingdom, and I've owned it for 2 years.
The Switch 2 is the way to play it, man. 60
so
FPS.
I'll hopefully get into Tears of the Kingdom here, and then man, when I'm off of that. I'm either been on the Retroid Classic a lot. Like that thing's like my nightstand. Like that thing just doesn't get old to me. I'm playing Final Fantasy IV on there. And my Pocket Monster has the Mii Mini Flip. Like that thing is a beast. Like I really, really love that little thing, man. So that's it for me, dude. Nothing crazy. Just watching the news, trying to figure out what's coming new. I'll be honest, and maybe what I'm gonna say is a little bit blasphemous. Kind of been a little bit bored with the releases. A little like Like the Vita was kind of like a nothing burger. Like it's just the
this time
Mangmi.
of the year.
The Mangmi was like gimmicky with the little modules and stuff like that. And then at the price point, it was like, okay, $200 for the early bird. After that, it's dead. Like just buy an Odin Portal, right? Just buy an RP6. Like, so just a little bit bored. Been dipping my toes more into the x86 stuff and having a little bit of fun over there.
Fair. So, I slept on RP6. You know, I was the first person into. I said this to Too Loud. I said this will be like the 5th Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 device we had in a while. I don't know. I got a G2.
You convinced me not to buy it.
Right. Yeah. And then now these videos are coming out. Russ's videos coming out. Monto's got one now.
It's
damn it, man. Why didn't I buy one of those?
Yellow.
It's really good, man.
Yes.
Look at these.
You guys have the 2 best colors. Like honestly, like that cheddar cheese and that freaking silver, insane, dude.
Yeah. So then I get a DM from Kim from Retro Fun Tech today. She's like, "Oh, I got my RP6. Did you get yours?" I'm like, "No, Kim. I didn't. I canceled the order because I'm stupid." She's like, "Why'd you do that?" Oh my God, Green Protect. Russ is
thank you for the super chat.
CPU or Android and desktop. That's a great question.
Yeah, that's the topic of the day, really.
That is the topic of the day. Green Protect.
Did somebody give him our spreadsheet?
Look, Kim's in here. I love you, Kim. She said, "I told you you could borrow mine."
Oh, what a goat! She's awesome. Kim's awesome.
She's so good. She's so good. So for me, I've been into handhelds. I'm still working on reviews and stuff. But I've been a lot. I got a new printer a couple weeks ago, and I just been like completely obsessed. And when we were at CES, we came across Small Rig, right? And they had this little, like this cage for the phone. I fell in love with it. Played with it for a few days.
As soon as he picked it up, I never saw him without it. It was like his emotional support camera rig
the whole time. So,
the thing is so compact, it's so functional. Like gimbals are cool and everything, but it's just extra weight. Like that thing, you're just literally adding just a little bit of cage on it. It's like a phone case, and then with the handles, you get your hands out of the lens area and stuff like that. Like pretty sweet stuff.
It was awesome. And then I went to go buy one, and they're $120. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm gonna pay $120, and then when I get a new phone, what am I gonna do? Right. So I gotta buy a new.
Hey, I'm just gonna throw something out there. I'm not affiliated with them, but Newer has the cages, and they're like half the price of Small Rig.
And I saw them, and I was gonna buy one. And Clef and I were talking, and then I said, "Man, I'm a 3D printer nerd. What am I doing?" Right. So I've been working on this for like a week, and it just came out. Yeah, so I made my own. It's adjustable.
You even customized it with his name on the back, dude.
Give us a 360. Give us.
I got a Bluetooth. I got a Bluetooth button on it, so it's just got all the tape is not on there, but it's just got things on it. Yeah, this is all 3D printed. The whole thing's 3D printed. I got automotive O-rings in here as tension on it. It's got a little adjustable stand. You can adjust the handles on it. It's got cold shoes in it, and man. And I'm about $14 into this whole thing.
That's clever, man.
Besides the light. So that's just been what I've been kind of obsessed with.
That's sweet. I want to show you something though, but and this is not to spite you. I love you, Jedi. All right. This was $7 on Temu. Like
he got the Temu. He got the Temu clamp.
This was $7 on Temu, bro. 0 hours print time, dude. Like
oh God, that guy is so funny. And we lost him. Anyway,
always happens.
I brought that because I knew you were going to show that thing. I was like, where's that rig thing at? Let me find it. Oh, dude. Gosh.
So I want to get into one of the cooler topics. So we were talking about this earlier. So Russ put out a video, and I thought it was a great video. I'm actually going to add it.
Yeah, solid video.
Well, I mean, all his videos are great, but this one, I really enjoyed this video. And let me tell you why. Because I think it's super relevant.
Also, I hope you don't mind, Russ. I kind of stole a little bit of your thumbnail for the thumbnail today.
All good.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, it's so perfect. Like it was like for the topic, and I'm like, do I take my own photo? My photo's not going to look like Russ's photo.
No, just sharing the love.
Oh my god!
Thank you, dude.
Funny. I almost shared the wrong thing. So, share screen.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Do you owe Ernie a plate? Ernie's asking where his plate's at.
Where's his plate, Matt?
Oh, okay. I posted a thing. So, all right. So, funny story. Thanks for bringing that up, Ernie. So earlier, I went to dinner.
Pull up the file while you tell the story.
So earlier, I went to dinner at my parents' house, and I sent, because Ernie is Puerto Rican. He's part Puerto Rican, and so I sent him a video of my mother. You know, she has like this thing, like we're very like a family thing, that a family meal solves any issues, right? Is like a thing. So you know, and we hadn't been in my mom's house in a few weeks, so my mom was like, "Hey, when are you guys coming over to eat?" You know, and so you know, we came over to eat. So I sent Ernie and a couple other people the video of the food, all the food my mother cooked, and so he wants to know where's his plate at. Bro, I love you, but I ate it. I ate it. Your plate. I ate Russ's plate. I ate everybody's plate.
I'm a little upset because I'm also Puerto Rican, and I didn't get this video. Like, why didn't I get to see this video?
I had all kinds of food running down. I licked the table out. It was amazing.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. So this is Russ's video, and Russ did a great video about GameNative on Android devices. And we talked, and I was watching the video, and then Russ and I talked about it a little bit today, and Alex and I talked about it a little bit today. It's such a great topic to talk about, you know, and the kind of the thought behind all of it is that, are we at the point, or we're almost at the point? Yours still looks cooler, Jedi. Thank you, Ready to Share. You're my hero.
You wouldn't believe that that's my wife. That's crazy.
Yeah, Shay, just speak it back.
Oh, so are we at the point now that where Android is starting to take over the spot for x86 devices, especially with the cost, right?
I think that's the biggest factor, dude. Like,
right?
I mean, efficiency for sure, but cost, bro.
Yeah, and then Russ just had his video not too long ago where he was talking about handhelds. Something that he said that stands to mind to me is that he said, you know, he was talking about the Legion OS, and he was talking about what a great value was. And then, you know, I think you said something to the effect of, once we start getting in this $1,000 range, it starts getting a little bit not sure we can recommend it because of how the value of it, right? Yeah. So I'm kind of a little thing here. I'm doing some work on reviewing this thing, and I'm kind of there. Same sentiment. Really cool device. Is it a $1,200 device? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So, you know, in this video that Russ said, and I put on this part here because I thought it was so cool to show that, you know, just all the games in his library and GameNative that he had. And, you know, if you should watch the video. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it already. But you know, he said there's some stuff you have to do, but the fact that you can still play these games on an RP6, it's $200, man, or $250. You know, I even saw, I don't know if you guys saw that, you know, we had heard about it, but ETA put out a video of playing Cyberpunk 2077 on a freaking Snapdragon. What?
Yep.
I mean, yeah. So are we? And Too Loud just had if you guys hadn't seen it, you know, on Handhelds United, we have a thing called Handhelds Divided, and Too Loud and Nelly from Gaming Repairs went at it about x86 versus Android. It's a hot topic, you know, and there's value there, value monetarily and value in the fact that this could be the future. You know, Android is really making incredible strides with this stuff, and I just thought it'd be great to talk about and just ask you guys what you thought about all of it. You know, so Monto, what do you think about some of this, man? Because I know you're big into this too, right? You're big into GameNative.
I got a lot of thoughts, and the one that that's at the forefront of my mind is it's an interesting analogy. It's sort of like with, so we have x86 and we have Android. x86 is sort of like that super buff MFer who's just already just jacked. You know they're jacked, but then Android is like, you look away for one, like you see them, they're like kind of scrawny. You look away for a second, you check back in 6 months later, a year later, they're kind of diesel now. And you're like, whoa, wait. like this guy's looking solid. Like I already knew buff guy was buff, but this guy, like he's been putting in work. Android has been putting in the work like heavily. And the fact that Android is at such an affordable entry level price range. Like you can start at $230 with the Retro Pocket 6. Like you can get solid emulation for Windows games on that handheld with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. And then you can, you can go up to $400 something with the Odin 3 and get even better. So it's like all of that sub $500 range is now that Android world where we're starting to get some serious like full throttle development, and with GameNative now kind of being at the forefront. And it's funny too, because I mean, yeah, Russ, you obviously we're catching on that GameNative was making big strides. But yes, and I think that other people now are starting to catch on too, because it was originally GameHub that was, super, super popular. But and then GameHub Lite made it a little bit more, a little bit better for you didn't have to sign up to make an account. But now GameHub Lite, the developer has shifted their focus to GameNative. So all of that is getting transferred over, and all of the cylinders are firing with GameNative. So I think that we're going to see a lot more development for GameNative specifically, and I think that that's the better one to root for over GameHub specifically, just because one's a corporation and one's grassroots.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I don't know if I've talked about it publicly, but I was sent an Odin 3 to review. It was the blue one that I used in my review videos, but now I order my own, and so I have my white one, and so
that thing's clean. Can you hold it up for a second?
Look at this.
Oh, nice.
That thing is
oh my gosh.
I really want this to be my little Steam Deck, So I sent my review unit to the GameNative developer. I was like, hey man, give me your address. And I just sent it to him, and I was like, I'm going to check in a few months and see how things are going with the Odin 3, how is Snapdragon 8 Elite working on GameNative, so he thinks that I'm probably really kind and, just giving away stuff, but it was so selfish. I was like, if I give
I need to see something.
It's going to make my Odin 3 better. And so, and it's great how much it's gotten better over the past few months. And they added Epic Game Store and GOG to it. And I don't really use those game stores, and I didn't show it off too much in the video, but I just wanted to let people know it's an option now, and it is really interesting. And the way I look about it, we talk about prices and how things are going up with x86 and stuff. There's a pretty big barrier to entry when it comes to an x86 handheld. We used to be able to say get a Steam Deck, but those things have been sold out now for the past couple of weeks, right? So you can't even say that. And I look at it in a reverse way. That's kind of my way of thinking about it, and it all comes down to when you go to buy a new car. So I hate going to go buy a car, and I feel like I'm being wheeled and dealed, And I hate all the upsell stuff where I'm just going to buy the base car, and then they're like, well, for $2,000, you can get this carpet inside of it or whatever, right? And the way I think about that is what if you told me that I could get that car at that price, but then you would give me $2,000 to take that carpet out? I would choose the $2,000, right? And so that's the way I think about it. Is I don't like the I don't like paying more for something if I can get it as cheap as possible. And I think about it this way too with this is the way GameNative works and these other apps and stuff. It's if I can get pretty close to good with my Odin 3 that I already own or that I was going to buy anyway for emulation, then do I need to spend all that money for something else? And that's kind of the major question I think for most people is it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be able to play every game. It's not going to replace a Steam Deck, but is it good enough at that price point? And that's kind of where we're getting at. And it just keeps becoming a better and better deal.
And it's a better and better deal, and you're getting the same experience in addition to the better and better deal. Literally, monetarily, getting the same experience for a fraction of the cost.
Right.
Yeah. And that's huge. So we have I don't know if you've ever seen him. One of the people in the audience is Persona Management. He works on GameNative. We talked about it. He said he does work at GameNative, and it's so much fun. I just love to see what they're doing with all this stuff and the development, and we're benefiting it from it. And I'm super excited that you sent him the Odin 3 because that's just so smart and so witty of it. I'm thrilled with it. Tula, how you feel about all this? I know this is a good topic for you and Nelly to go about Android and versus x86 and where it's going with all this. I'm excited about it, man. How about you?
Oh, you muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Okay, sorry about that. So from you know this about me, Jedi. From the beginning, since I got into this space, like I've always rooted Android. Like Android, to me, Android was always going to be the superior emulation device in this space. I know like there was a lot of like Linux people, and like it was kind of like dangerous to say that if you didn't want the mob outside, right? But I was like, no, dude, Android, it's just such a much better experience. Like, multitasking, being able to jump in a Discord and talk to your friends while playing a game, or just running some things side by side, listening to music in the background while you're playing your game. Sometimes you just want to jam out, drown out those kids going to war in your living room, and so sometimes I just got to do that because. But dude, I've always been team Android. I love Android. Android has come
100%.
such a long way, and I'm super excited for the future of where we're going. I know that once the Steam frame launches and the lepton layers come through, like we'll start to see even more performance gains. I love x86, but I don't think we'll ever see efficiency that we see with Android. Like having a 8,000 milliamp battery that could last you 4 to 6 hours of gameplay is absolutely amazing. Like that blows everything away to me. Because like I kind of fence it sometimes with the x86 and like, oh well, I'm home most of the time, I could plug it in and blah blah blah. But the truth is, like, it's a handheld, right? It's a portable unit. Would you buy your cell phone if you had to use it plugged in all the time? Right? Like,
that's a good question.
I don't feel like you would, right? Like, even if it was the fastest, most gorgeous, best camera taking, like if it was just the best and everything, but it had like 30 minutes battery life, like you wouldn't buy that phone, right? So I think it's the same thing with handhelds, and I think like x86 is amazing. I mean, PC has been the top of the top for gaming for many years, but to see Steam and Android just moving in on that space is absolutely welcomed by the community, and I think what we're seeing now is the infancy, right? Like we're seeing the absolute bottom of this, and I think by the end of this year, like we'll be singing a different song. Like we'll be completely, especially with the Elite chips. Like those of you who ordered the Odin 3 with the 8 Elite and the 24 gigs of RAM, like that thing is gonna be insane. Even 16 gigs. It's still going to be insane. And then we got the Elite 5s coming now, the Elite Gen 5s, which is what I believe ETA had in that Red Magic phone. Like, dude, man, I'm happy that there was somebody on our side willing to take one for the team, and that's Russ. Like, sending out that Odin that's huge, dude. Like, I mean, seriously, like, I wish that these companies would be more, and I'm not saying they're not, but I mean, are they here in the community talking to everybody, testing everything we are? They have their own jobs, right? Like, they're doing their own thing. They can't cover all the spaces like we can as a community. So the fact that you did that, Russ, thank you from the community, not just me, because that's going to benefit all of us, because we haven't got to see that 8 Elite's performance yet, truly.
Yeah, all good. It's no skin off my back. It was a free unit. So I usually try, if I buy one, then I give away the free one, and it's always a threshold for me is whether or not I buy one is like it says a lot about the handheld. If I already have one, I want to buy one myself. And I don't always do that, but for the Odin 3, it was a no-brainer. And
it's always a sign to me when I see you guys, because you also, I know Tech Dweeb does that. Like, if you guys really like the unit, and not only will something will happen with either you guys will send it out to another community member, another creator to use for creating, but you guys will buy another one yourself out of pocket. And that always shows me like, okay, this one's a banger.
Yeah, no, it's a good indicator. I will say too that in addition, like when I was talking to AYN when they first launched the Odin 3, I was like, oh, you guys, you're putting a lot of investment in that Elite chip. And I was a little worried about it, in terms of drivers and whatnot. And they had already been talking to Win.later and Turnip development driver, like people already about it. And so I think that's a really good sign on the company's part that they are thinking about those kind of things as well, that you wouldn't necessarily think that they're thinking about. But sure enough, like they made a pretty informed decision when they made the 8 Elite decision, like to use that with their chipset. Because I was telling them maybe you should make a light version that has the 8 Gen 2 in it just to be safe, but they went all in with 8 Elite, and I think it's going to pay off near the end of this year once they, things really start moving. And we're already seeing it with Eden, and Camille's actually in the chat right now. Hi, Camille. And,
she is. Yeah,
and so she's one of the main developers of Eden, and same thing where it's like I was like, oh, I can't wait for those drivers to come out. But sure enough, her team like actually got it working really well on the 8 Elite without any of those additional drivers. And I think that's a huge win for everybody, And so I do think that the more people jump into a problem and start to work on things, it's all going to benefit everybody. And I see this as kind of being that nexus, that really hot spot right now, as opposed to x86 and those skyrocketing prices.
Yeah. And I also feel like with the x86 and skyrocketing prices and everything, and also with this slight lull of handhelds, like the Christmas rush is over. We got those Christmas handhelds. Now, people are taking a little time off from making new handhelds. Please give us a break. I will take it. I'll take this time. That means that now there's more time to dedicate to these core handhelds and more time to develop all this software for it, because we don't need to catch up to the latest handheld. And now that AYN, one of the kind of pillars of these almost the gold standard of handhelds in that price range, now that they've released this Odin 3, now everyone can focus on that 8 Elite. The 8 Gen 2 is super mature. That already has like plenty handheld support, plenty software support. But now this 8 Gen, the 8 Elite is super, super exciting.
Yeah, totally.
I am at a point where so I'm a huge AYN fan. I love the Odin, love the Thor. I haven't got my Odin 3 yet. I didn't end up getting one so I have to reorder it because it got lost in the mail. But I'm beyond excited about it. I can't wait. I love that people like Camille and the people like Persona Management stuff at GameNative are working on this and making it better. I think that speaks to the community, right? I'm a giant nerd. You guys all know that I'm a giant nerd. I have so many hobbies. This is one of them. Fish tanks and aquariums is another one. 3D printing is another one. I have, on separate occasions, I've dragged my family all over the country to visit different aquariums in the country. I have also dragged my family, the fat guy stuff here, all over the country to visit different barbecue places all over the country. Okay. So, so I have a lot of stuff, and this is community for this hobby is the best community by a mile. Everything from how welcoming people are and to how, the developers and how everybody wants, it's an incredible community. And this just those instances, like the fact that Russ sent an Odin 3 to the GameNative guys to help them along the way, whether he said it selfish or not, we all benefit from it. And it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. So, I mean, and I don't know. I love it. I love it. And I love every bit of it. And something that came along that popped up while we're talking there. Ernie wanted to know, so where we're at currently, are you guys still digging the Thor or the Odin 3? Like, what's your recommendation? Are we still saying maybe not quite the Odin 3 because we're still waiting for
so
drivers
tough,
and stuff to get there? That's a tough one, right? So, how are you guys feeling about that?
I can go first really quick because my answer will probably be the shortest. I'm a clamshell guy. So, the Thor is always going to win for me. Until I see like the performance difference on the 8 Elite, then I'm cool with the 8 Gen 2. So,
speaking of which, AYN has the Ultras available for sale again. So, as of like an hour
the
or
Thor?
Two no,
you're talking about the Odin 3.
Yeah, they didn't have any Ultras on the Thor.
Have they? So the thing I've been waiting for, have they gone back to the old RAM, or are they still using the slower RAM?
Nothing on that. So I haven't heard or seen anything on that. Russ may have more info. He's the brains. I'm the good-looking one, so he may have more.
I would just assume it's the slow RAM until they tell us otherwise. They'll always tell you the good news, but not the
Yeah,
bad.
of course.
Of course.
Yeah, you're
right. Yeah. Fair enough. So what do you guys? I know, like, okay. So Monto, what are you playing on GameNative? What's your go-to on GameNative right now?
Oh, I'm basic. I
Wait,
do
no,
the
bro,
classic.
you didn't finish off the Thor versus Odin 3.
Oh gosh, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I
Thor.
space cadetted. Thor.
Thor right now. Yeah, Thor.
Huh?
What about you?
I am split. So every day, I go back, and this is the studio, but I go home every day, obviously. And I take 3 devices with me every day, at least for the past few weeks. And it's been the Thor, the Odin 3, and the Retroid Pocket 6. And I'm like, which one is the one? Like, I just can't figure it out, right? And I like grab each one and I like play around with them. I like how small and compact the Retroid Pocket 6 is. It's surprising how powerful it is, and I find it more comfortable than the Thor, but the 2 screens and just the clamshelliness is just like awesome. I got to say it's probably the Odin 3 though, between the 3, but I don't mind living on the edge. I don't mind things not working. Like, that stuff's all fine for me, as a user, like not as maybe a reviewer. As a reviewer, I'm going to try to tell you the thing that's going to give you the most pleasure, right? And so I'm not going to say, get the Odin 3. It's going to have all sorts of bugs, three. Like, I love it's the sticks, like these big old sticks on it are just like crazy, and like the big sticks on it feel so good naturally. It won't focus anyway. Yes, the sticks are great, and then just the feeling of the triggers, and it's got that nice like kind of texture on the back. I love this thing, man. It is definitely taken over like my Odin 2s, which I loved so much. Yes, there are some games that don't run great on it, but it's fine. I don't have to play those games right now. I can play all the ones that play great, and that's just how I've been doing it. So I've always been a horizontal guy, like I do prefer that over clamshell, though I see the value of clamshells, but in actual practice, I like the comfort of a horizontal. So Odin 3 for me.
What'd you say? You've always been a what guy?
Horizontal guy. Like, I prefer the
horizontal. Say that against the too loud can hear you. Say that against the too loud can hear you.
It's okay, bro. You got your creator. I got mine, dude. Like, you got Russ. Look, even a broke clock is right twice a day, dude.
So we had Tech Dweeb on, Ed. He was talking. He's a vertical guy, and Too Loud started to call me. I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm a vertical guy," and I know Too Loud was in the middle of moving, so I pulled out like 15 different verticals. I'm like, look, I'm a vertical guy. What do you got, Too Loud?
So I have like what I have in my pocket. Like, oh, all right, fair. I see what you did here.
Oh my God, too funny, man. Too funny, man.
I mean, look, I love verticals for the nostalgia. I also love them for like one hand play. Laying in bed is really comfortable on a vertical. But I can see the purpose of a horizontal, right? Like, there's a reason why all modern handhelds are horizontal.
You just can't do 16:9 in a vertical. It's weird.
It's very weird.
I mean, yeah, you can, but it's just weird. Like,
I don't know. I'm still waiting for that 16:9 vertical to come out. Yeah, it's gonna come one day.
Change everything.
Dude.
It's literally just gonna be. It's just gonna be horizontal with the little at the bottom.
Oh my gosh! Did you guys see the freaking what is
LG Wing, dude? It'll be like the LG Wing, bro.
We're bringing back the Wing.
R60S, the Dead Fred just reviewed. He reviewed a game console that's like an R36S, but it's a vertical and it's got a 6-inch screen on it. It's
you see, they're coming. No. They're coming, boys. Hey, look, when Game Katsui does something, everybody stops, bro.
Oh no!
It's got like Amber Elect on it. It's got a 3326. It's really
oh
funny.
My gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And it's like $50 with a 6-inch screen.
6-inch screen with a 3326 is crazy.
It's a meme, dude.
Upscale.
Oh my gosh.
So wait, I got a question actually. So because I haven't tried the recent GameNative, so the new GameNative is outperforming GameHub.
No, I wouldn't say it's outperforming. It's getting almost on par with it. I think GameHub has just had that, like, number one, it's got a bigger user base, so there's more people testing it and providing feedback, which always helps. And they've got like a whole team of guys who are like getting paid to work on that, right? And so I think all that is kind of coming together. And so GameHub is still probably the best plug and play one, where if you're just trying to get in and want to play your game, then that works, and of course, as a caveat, all of these have issues. Like you cannot
Yeah.
just start up any old game and just play it, right? Like there's still a beauty.
Some
to
tinkering.
something like an x86 handheld, right? But GameNative is making a lot more progress comparatively, I would say. Like every week this thing's just getting better. And so not quite there yet, but really surprising how well it's doing.
And
Okay.
also to build off that, GameNative added external storage support.
Yeah.
So that was a big
that's
thing.
huge.
That
That's
was a
gonna
big
be-
thing that GameHub Lite added. But remember, it's the same developer. So they just brought that over to GameNative. But GameHub Lite hasn't gotten an update in like 6 weeks, more or less. So GameHub Lite is more or less, I would consider that just a thing of the past. GameNative is where that developer is putting their time, and that's where all of the
and I enjoyed
advancements are
GameHub
gonna
Lite,
happen
so
now.
that's interesting that he moved over to GameNative.
So
I did
GameNative was
see.
always his thing. Yeah, it was always.
I did see that GameHub released an update for Mac support. So
Yeah.
I know there's not a lot of people, in this space who are also Mac users, but I tend to use Macs here and there, and I thought that was pretty fascinating. I am happy with the experience that these are offering, though, right? Because like at first when we just had like WinLater, it was like you had to tinker with like the different cores or the different like wines and things like that. And it's made the experience much better for just regular people to get into. And I sat and I planned out this whole WinLater video, and I was like, it's so convoluted. Like I just scrapped it. I recorded like probably like, I don't know, 2 hours worth of content, and I was like, I'm not doing this. Like for what? I'm gonna have a million questions in the comments of people just like, oh, what do I do here? What about for this game? How about on this game? Like, no, never mind, man. So
I mean, I never made a WinLater video, and that's one of the reasons. I was like, it's so complicated, and to do it the way that I make videos, it's going to be a 4-hour video, and it'll be obsolete in like 4 weeks. Like it's just not worth the effort, And surprisingly, GameNative is actually based off of WinLater. It's just a package on top of it, and then a bunch of other things going on. But it's using WinLater as its base, and so it's just kind of evolving from that too. And
well, it sure cleans it up nice.
Yeah, it does. It makes it feel seamless. Which is great.
Funny, good point. Rob made a great video on WinLater. And I remember watching that video, how to set up.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude.
How to set up Pico 8 and stuff on it. So, but again, I mean, it's so ever evolving and so challenging. I dig GameNative a lot and what they do. And for me, the draw was when they added support for GOG and Epic Games.
Yeah.
We argue all the time. That's my whole reason why I prefer Windows to game over Linux, because of those things, So for GameNative to add that, I think it's stellar. And that leans more to the topic of Android for PC gaming. I think it's great. While you're up there, Russ, what's been your favorite game to play in GameNative?
So I've been playing a lot of Absalom. So that's like a beat 'em up.
Absalom's good, man. So good.
Rage 4. It's so good. But it's it's got a loop to it, like a gameplay loop to it, as opposed to just your typical beat 'em up where you just go through the levels. So you can constantly keep playing it. And it wasn't working on GameHub. And I was like, man, this is a game I think I'd love on GameHub. But sure enough, it worked just fine on GameNative. And so that's what kind of started me a week or two ago. And be like, all right, I need to get more into this, And so I've been really enjoying that game. Really fun. The nice thing about that one, too, is that even though it is like a roguelike and, you're supposed to die a lot and then you get stronger, it has difficulty sliders in it, too. So you don't have to actually play through to get strong. You can just make yourself strong. If you just want to enjoy it, you can do that, too. And I love the choice of that, And I like the feeling of like getting 10 hours into a game and then finally getting over the hump. But man, I got kids, I got a channel to run. Like I could just set this to 200% like power and then just get through, And so I did that once and it was a fun time. So yeah, really loving that game. I can't recommend it enough.
So I'm laughing at you because that was the first shit I did, is I turned on sliders all the way. If it's a single player game, I cheat my ass off in those games every time, bro.
I don't even question him. He's like,
The
I
game
beat it.
reviewer
Like, yeah, I know
special.
how you beat it. Yeah. I know. That's Matt's thing. So Mark Shyrock says, is Mangmi Air X too underpowered for PC gaming?
It depends on the game. It's an 865, so same as the Retro Pocket 5. You can just go and look at, people have made all sorts of GameHub videos about those and stuff, and Reddit posts and whatnot. It's fine for, you can play your Celestes, and even Hades isn't half bad on it, but like I would say at that level is like, just don't buy the handheld for PC gaming at that point. Like it's an awesome GameCube PS2 machine, but I wouldn't buy that. And same thing with Switch too. You can play a lot of Switch games on an 865, but I wouldn't recommend buying it for that.
Yeah, you're maxing out at like Fallout 3. That's kind of your limit at 720p, by the way. It's like
the 865 surprised me in its performance. Like it definitely got some optimization over the years, and the new drivers and everything. The community really helped that chipset out a lot, because
I agree.
I just realized he said Air X, not the other one, not the Pocket Max.
He said Air X.
We all
that thing will
play PC games on the Air X.
Play
Celeste on it. Yeah.
I was trying to run Switch on it. I installed Skyline because I went back to the classics because it's an old chipset, and I got like 3 games running. 2D games, by the way. Nothing, and they were slow. Yeah, the Air X.
You to get like Windows 2000 Minesweeper,
Space Cadet Pinball. You get the classics on there. Solitaire, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's not strong enough.
He said,
unfortunately. Hey, I had a great time on Minesweeper back in those days, dude.
That was awesome. That was awesome, Grandpa.
We could go. We could go retro games, or we could go retro games.
Yeah, for real. Monto, what do you play on GameNative? What GameNative are you playing?
I don't play anything too crazy. The highest end stuff that I play is like Fallout 4. But that was on GameHub Lite. The stuff that I've been playing on GameNative lately has just been like, chill stuff. That's one game called Die in the Dungeons, which is a roguelike. I talked about it. I talked about it a few episodes ago. It's a roguelike, and you roll dice. So you have dice for attack, dice for defense, and healing, and different powers. And then so there's the element of randomness and luck, but then you can also stack like power-ups along the way to kind of push your luck and go deeper into the dungeons. It's super fun. Highly recommend if you're into games like Balatro and other deck builders. It's a pretty sick game. Die in the Dungeons.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Tulad, have you messing with GameNative at all lately? You got anything that's standing out for you? No?
I got a Z13 float. No, I'm just kidding.
This guy.
No, dude. No, to be honest, I don't want to just make something up for the stream. No, but it's piqued my interest, and I will be going home and installing a few things, and just getting my feet wet, just trying it out. And I mean, there are a few games I would love to have on Android, and I'm not going into there like, of course I would love to know what high end games are running, but I love a lot of like old school or retro inspired games, so there's plenty for me to do there that I know should run perfectly fine, like the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Yes, such a good game.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good experience on that. I don't know, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, Cosmic Invasion, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. There's a few games that I would love to have, because the Thor, it's not the smallest device, but I can still fit it in a lot of pockets. So if I could get some of those on the Thor, I'd be happy with that.
Heck yeah. So something to try out too that Tech Dweeb of all people got me going to is Bot Vice. It's like $2 on Steam if you guys ever played it. So fun. It's so freaking hard, but it's a lot of fun.
What's it called?
Bot Vice, BOT Vice, like Robot Vice.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you watch any of his GameNative or GameHub videos, he's pretty much always got it on. Yeah.
He's always pulling out these obscure games that are like.
Oh yeah. No, I started playing.
You got me playing that Reigns game on the phone. Like now I'm like bossing my own kingdom and stuff. Like
And then for me, the other thing too is pretty much on everything is still Ball Pit. I actually just finished Ball Pit, and yeah, that was just a blast for me to play on GameHub and pretty much everything that I could get my hands on. So, pretty awesome. We're gonna do something a little bit different tonight. I didn't tell anybody. I think Russ is the only one who knows about this. We're gonna do something.
Another one I would like to play on my Thor is there's a game called Cookie Cutter.
I've
been struggling to beat
I wonder
that
if that'll
game.
run.
I need to beat it. I wonder too, but I don't feel like it's that heavy because like I could get way too many frames with it on my desktop. So even if I think that's the sort of game, like even if I got it to run at 30, 40 FPS, I'd be comfortable.
Yeah. You guys familiar with Cookie Cutter? It's like a platform beat 'em up type thing. It's actually a really, really cool game. It's not kid
it up. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like those.
Oh no, I do own it actually. I don't know how I own this.
Whoa!
It was part of a Metroidvania Humble Bundle a while back.
Humble Bundle. Came with like Axiom Verge and like a bunch of stuff.
Okay. Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's how I found it because Tula told me about it and we started playing it and the game's awesome. Yeah.
Blood.
All right, so what's the surprise, Matt? What you got there?
Surprise, just different than what we normally do. So here we go. Check this out.
Oh my gosh.
Question of the day. Yeah, man, I want to do it. It's time for question.
Wow.
So little
ready to reenlist?
I want to do it. So, and I thought it would also be, kind of funny because my kid brother Jason enlisted in the Navy. And he's picking his job today, and he's doing all the final things he's gonna be leaving too. So I thought, I said, let me do this, and I thought it was pretty funny. And so I'm not awesome.
I didn't know he was leaving today.
No, he's not leaving today. He's picking all his stuff. I don't know. He hasn't gotten his date yet, but they making it seem like it's gonna be real quick. So anyway, shout out Jay. I love you, buddy. So question of the day. I still remember 10 years ago when we were able to play Doom on multiplayer LAN. Yeah, Android, the campaign was fire. She made me think of that. Or remember one on Xbox One when Halo 2 came out and you used to get like a couple Xboxes and you could play LAN parties with Halo 2. Oh, yeah. That's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
And we're doing this stuff now.
Dude, she's talking on Android.
I was always wondering why my brother would lug his Xbox out of the house.
Oh, it's too funny.
Where are you taking that?
So, question
of the library full of nerds.
If we met somebody who didn't know anything about video games, a space alien, if you would, what would be the first video game franchise that you would recommend to that space alien that he had to play? Somebody who's never touched video games before.
Can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah. So if it's aliens, I immediately think Helldivers 2. Like I just think of the first alien killing game I can think of.
God.
My answer was quick. That's why I wanted to go first.
Oh my gosh. Who wants to go? Monto.
Oh man. Put me on the spot. Okay, so the first game franchise you'll ever play to an alien.
They have to play. Yep.
If they don't know how to like move their thumbs in
they're smarter than you, bro. They're smarter than you.
They're smarter than me. Then I'm gonna recommend a dumb game to them. I think. Okay, no, I'd recommend them probably. I don't know, Pokemon. It's a pretty easy to get into. Like you don't need to be super coordinated, and there's a lot to get into if you keep liking it. There's plenty of games in that series. Start with the classic, maybe go.
Funny enough, I thought that was gonna be too loud answer. I thought for sure it would be too loud.
And then when you didn't say it, I'm like, oh, I know mine.
Yeah. No, because I thought about first of all, it's like aliens, right? Like, are they trying to be friends with us first and then try to eat our brain later? Like, are they trying to steal our resources? Like, let me show them, let me show them what will come for that. So, Helldivers, but if I was trying to be their friend or something, yeah, I mean, Pokemon's cool. I would probably think of something more spacey though, like No Man's Sky or something like that.
Fair enough. Michael Benny wants to be romantic with the aliens, so I'm going to leave that right there. And Selfish wants to know what happens if the aliens don't have opposable thumbs. These are Selfish. If you were here right now,
play Pokemon with your toes.
Yeah, I was gonna say they may have opposable toes.
Oh my god!
Play Pokemon with your nose.
Bubsy. Hans Turn said Bubsy.
Bubsy through it's like warfare.
What about you, Russ? What do you recommend?
You know, I did not think deeply about this the way you guys are like, oh, what about their thumbs and stuff? I didn't even think about
I didn't think about that either.
Yeah. I was thinking more like, you know, like a caveman, right? Like somebody who's just like assume that they can use a controller and all that kind of thing, but we're going to show them humanity. And the fact that we were talking about a franchise, I was like, I can't do Pokemon because they're all the same game. I mean, no offense, but that's kind of how it is, right?
That's my dude right there.
How dare you?
That's my dude. Yeah, that's my dude right there. Yeah.
How dare you?
And then I was like, I don't know about Zelda because there are some hits and misses with that franchise. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And again, it's kind of rote, you know. So I honestly, I was kind of go really simple. I was like, I think that maybe something like the Uncharted series, where it's a very human story,
yes.
you know, where it's like it's more than just Mario where you're jumping on platforms, but it's like a story that they're involved in, ups and downs and whatnot.
Great story too.
Yeah, but then there's a thing that bothers me about Uncharted, and I thought, oh, this might be bad for the aliens. It's like you just kill people in that, and you don't really think twice about it, right? You just like shooting the dead guys and move on to the next treasure. It's like, hold on, you just murdered 10 people, right? And you don't really think about that. And I wouldn't want to be like, hey, aliens, this is how humans are.
This is the norm.
They're in the way, you know what I mean? And but no, I think that's my choice. It's like the Uncharted series, something really story driven that they can get into, you know, like, you know, watching a TV show kind of thing. You know, Uncharted is one of those series where you hear all the time about, like, back in the day when people were playing it, their spouse would be sitting on the couch watching it at the same time.
My wife watched me play the Uncharted games.
See, look at that. And so I think that's like a good indication that that's something that we can just bring people in. And so that's my choice there.
Heck yeah. So funny, my wife didn't play Uncharted, but my wife played Tomb Raider. Love the Tomb Raider games, and for me, that's like the pre-Uncharted stuff.
Yeah.
So
it is. It is. Yeah.
But yeah, that's really funny. So I was torn about this, right? Because my answer to a lot of that stuff, and these guys know, is always going to be Metro, but I understand Metro is probably not for everybody. So my secondary choice would probably not any better. Castlevania franchise for me would probably be.
That's the same.
I know.
It's not the same.
Yeah, one has a gun and one has a whip. Okay, you jerk.
Yeah, they're completely different.
Completely different. Not even close, man. Not even.
You know, I didn't even think about the fact that, like, you know how Russ thought about it. It's like, I don't want to teach them that this is the norm. Like, in that case, like, maybe like Stardew Valley or something.
Yeah, teach them to date humans and integrate.
Oh God.
That's where Mass Effect comes in, I guess. Yeah,
I guess Mass Effect all roads lead to Mass Effect.
Oh my God. So yeah, and then people are saying Apex. Ernie said give him High Guard. Did you guys hear about High Guard? What's going on with them?
Yeah.
Their sites down now and everything. This is the game that they closed out this is the game they closed out the Game Awards with. And it's not been good. It's only been up for what, like 3 or 4 weeks. Now, I don't think all the investment that they put in there, they would have shut down. I'm guessing maybe they're switching servers or something, but it's like, yeah, but the site's down now. The Discord link is not working. There's some, it's kind of scary.
It's 2 strikes. That's bad.
Ernie, destroy all humans.
Yeah, oh my God.
XCOM.
XCOM, yeah. Oh my God, too funny.
It's over for us, dude.
Oh my gosh. So, do you guys know who Hideki Sato is, or is it pronounced Hideki Sato? I think Russ knows who it is. Do you guys know who that is?
Not familiar.
So he is, for a lot of people, considered to be like the grandfather of Sega hardware, right? We lost him this week. He passed 75. Just guy's incredible, and I'm gonna put up his some of his accolades on the screen so we can kind of see and zoom in on that. But like, I started looking into this, right, and I could not believe some of the stuff this guy did. This guy had a hand in pretty much every Sega console that was ever released. I mean, there's stuff in here that I've never heard of.
That's
Sega
super
put out.
cool when you have a legacy like that, right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, this guy's he's directly responsible for the Master System, the Genesis or Mega Drive, the Saturn, the Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure, Burning Rangers, Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure 2, Puyo Pop. I mean, just Phantasy Star Online.
Wow.
And I thought, wow, like somebody like this that just had this much influence and stuff. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, and then I remembered Russ is a Sega kid. I think the rest of us were all Nintendo kids, but Russ was a Sega kid, and I thought
I was both.
this would be something. Oh, you both? Okay. See, I wasn't. I was a Nintendo kid, right? So I thought this would be a really interesting kind of topic to talk about, and just kind of like what's memorable about that hardware. Like, I think Sega was unappreciated in this side of the world, and it was a beast. For me growing up, Sega was the console you got if you wanted to play sports games. But there's other games now as an adult, and I'm into emulation. I play a bunch. Like the Streets of Rage games that's my favorite way to play them is on Genesis and stuff. So, like, what do you guys? Do Monto? Did you play Genesis growing up, or is it just no? I mean, I didn't growing up. I know it was before your time. I get that.
I
You didn't play it growing up. You played it when you were like 48, Matt. Like, you didn't play it growing up.
I wasn't spawned in yet, brother.
Oh my God.
Matt was there to pick it up on pre-order. He was like, it was his 49th birthday. Like,
is this third?
I don't do it. Echo the Dolphin, dude. Echo the Dolphin. I had so much time playing that game on Sega Genesis. Of course, the Sonics and things like that. I want to say it's like a Shinobi game on there I used to play.
Yeah.
I'll admit, like, now talking about it, I feel bad that I don't emulate it as much as I do Nintendo. Like, because I did like Streets of Rage, like God, was that Road Rage game on Genesis?
Road Rash?
Road Rash? Yeah. That was on Genesis, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Road Rash, like, dude, there was a lot of good games there. There was a lot of good games there, and I really enjoyed it. That's one console that my dad didn't break the controller on, getting frustrated thinking the computer was cheating him.
Oh my God. What about Dreamcast? Or did you even do
Michael
Saturn, right?
Jackson, dude. The Michael Jackson game.
Oh, Moonwalker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Yeah, what about Dreamcast? Russ, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we're talking about Genesis era. So I wanted a Super Nintendo, but it was more expensive, and so we got the Genesis growing up. We had the NES, then went to Genesis. And I mean, Sonic was all the rage at the time. This is like 91, 92, and so I was very happy with the Genesis. But there were some hardware things about that were really cool. It had, like, the model that we had, it had a headphone jack and it had a volume slider on it. So you could play, like, quietly, which is not something you could do, like, and still listen to it, right? Which was, like, very important as a young boy trying to play these games after bedtime, and so like, really important factors for me. And so hardware wise, that was really cool. The sound in Sega Genesis,
I don't remember the Genesis doing that.
Yeah, it had a little thing on the side, and so you could plug it in and listen with that.
That's right. It was on the front. Dude. It was on the right, towards the front. I do remember that. Yep. Yeah, I was trying to get.
Yeah. And so that was always really cool. And then the audio in general just sounded really good. The colors were more muted. Like, it wasn't as colorful as the Super Nintendo was. I remember, like, really thinking Super Nintendo was, like, cool looking on a CRT, but the Genesis was more muted. But I thought that was fine. And yeah, it was just great. It had blast processing or whatever, that gimmick that they talked about, and didn't mean anything, but it was just super cool. And we stayed in that ecosystem. We got the Sega CD, the first generation of that, so the stack one. So it was like we had the big Genesis and the big Sega CD. So it was like this huge tower. And then we got the 32X on top of that too. And so we had this monster to play games on.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
We got it all, like, clearance after the fact. I was one of 5 kids, and it was just single income house, so we didn't have a lot of money, but it was super cool to have all those accessories and stuff. And so at some point, my Genesis contraption became cooler than a Super Nintendo, and that was really cool.
That's awesome, dude.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
So, you never played any Genesis games, Monto? Yeah. Well, but I mean, he's still. I mean, as an
So-
adult, have you not played no Genesis games?
I don't have the nostalgia for it, and
Yeah.
okay, and also like I grew up a Nintendo kid. I was born when the N64 came out, so when my older brother had one, and then everything that he got would just shuffled down the line to me. So N64, GameCube,
That's
but I
wild.
eventually went back and I've been replaying Super Nintendo. I feel like those aged like fine wine. Super Nintendo, and Game Boy Advance. Those are two generations that just really age well. The art style is beautiful, and the gameplay is like solid. But outside of that, like, no, I don't really play too much Genesis or Master System
missing
or
out,
any
dude.
real
You're missing
Sega
out.
consoles. I dabble in some Dreamcast stuff because I think the Dreamcast is charming. It's just weird. It's a weird console that came out a little too early and a little too late, and it just has
Dreamcast
a
was
weird
awesome.
library
Yeah, the Dreamcast
of
was fire,
games.
dude.
So I like
Dreamcast was awesome.
dabbling in those
That memory
titles.
card, bro. Like, forget
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the
Real
Sega that
flash
was
in the
like
pan.
the Sega that was like the biggest thing for me, like it was just monumental in my life, was the day I got the Game Gear. You know, coming from Game Boy, like and getting the Game Gear, it was like, yeah, that thing sucked batteries. Like, and I got my butt kicked a little bit
I
too
had
much
one.
for
I had
stealing
Game Gear.
TV controller batteries from all over the house. Like, I'd go and take all my dad's TV controller batteries and shove them in my Game Gear, put my dead batteries in his TV controllers. But dude, like having that, you know, the Game Gear, it was just like that was, and it's funny because look at where we are now with our handhelds. Look at what we have now, but like having that colored screen lit up at nighttime. Oh yeah, dude, those little memory cards, bro, those were so cool to me back then. Like, I don't even know why. I just remember being a kid and like bringing them to school with us, like showing our friends. Like, yeah, dude, I
They
don't
had
even know.
didn't they have like
like-
a little Tamagotchi game or something on them?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was like a Tamagotchi or I feel like a snake game maybe or something, dude. It was something, but I don't remember now. But yeah,
There was a guy,
Game
I don't
Gear.
know if he's still doing it, that was modding these for a certain amount of money. He put a little LCD screen in to make it like an RG Nano and you could play games on it. I wonder if there's a kit for it. I probably should get that done one day. Super cool. Super cool. All right. Favorite Dreamcast game, Russ?
Oh geez, Soul Calibur, like the first one. It's
Yes,
still
that was
just an
good.
amazing.
That was
fighting
Soul
game.
Blade back then, right? It was Soul Blade, the first one.
Soul
it was
Blade
called
was
Soul
the
Blade.
arcade one, right? But there was Soul Calibur.
Was it? Maybe
Yeah.
it got there.
I think they're different games. I never had a Dreamcast. I think I mentioned before, but I like had a period where I didn't really play games, and it basically started right around when the PS1 came out, so like 94, 95. So I missed Dreamcast and Nintendo 64 completely. But Soul Calibur is one where I played it at a friend's house, and I was like, "Holy smokes, this is like insane to be able to play this game at your house as opposed to going to arcade." You know, and so
Yes.
I always
Yes.
loved it. I loved weapon-based like combat, and so yeah, super good.
I think for me, it's probably Code Veronica, Resident Evil Code Veronica, or was it one of the Legacy of Kain games on Dreamcast?
Yeah, Soul Reaver. Yeah.
The Soul Reaver. I think that those are probably the two ones that I remember that stand out the most for me, and the Soul Calibur games. But I think like probably the Legacy of Kain would be my pick there. So that was a lot of fun though. That whole series was great. Hydro Thunder, of course the Crazy Taxi games were awesome.
Oh man, Crazy Taxi was golden, dude.
Like Mr. Russ, I do my favorite Street Fighter 2 is the Dreamcast version of Street Fighter 3. Third Strike. That's probably my favorite one. Yeah, that's you guys play too loud. You play Street Fighter games, don't you? You have a favorite one?
No, I don't.
Monto?
I guess. I mean, Street Fighter 3's up there. I really enjoying Street Fighter 6, like the new one. I'm really feeling that. But I guess like I've kind of leaned away toward that more toward like the Marvel versus Capcom. That's become more my fighting game of choice.
Monto, you look like you're afraid for me to call on you about Street Fighter. You play
I
any
will
Street
say
Fighter?
for my own part, I test with Street Fighter 3, but my favorite is actually Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So like the old Super Nintendo one.
Oh,
I never liked the turbo games, man.
Turbo was
I never liked
fire,
the
dude.
turbos.
I mean, I don't do full turbo, maybe 3 stars or whatever, but like I don't know, it's probably mostly nostalgia because I had a friend who had that, and so I go over there and play that and stuff, and that was just amazing. And Street Fighter 3 to me is a little too heavy, like it's just a little more weighted in the characters. Nowadays with Street Fighter 6 and stuff, it feels super heavy to me, and so yeah, I just like that old school one. It was just such a cool revelation to have those games in the arcade back in the day. So
I like Street Fighter 3 because you have Akuma right from the start as a usable character, as opposed to like EX Plus and you have to unlock him and all that stuff. And Akuma was always my favorite. So Monto, you ducking the question. You never play Street Fighter.
Akuma's a cheat code, dude. That's why you like him.
I'm just not much of a fighting game guy. I like to play
here?
them.
Yeah, thank you. I was waiting. I was hoping it didn't have to be me to kick him this time.
No, bring me back. I don't like the void. Don't send me to the void.
Going to the gulag.
Don't send me to the gulag where I have to play Street Fighter on Turbo.
And you gotta win.
I have to win to get out.
Yeah.
My God.
Fighting games are at like an arcade if I'm like going out with some friends and playing at an arcade. But I don't really play them in my free time, so I can't pick a Street Fighter game because I don't know the difference between all of them. I just heard that Street Fighter 2 Turbo is pretty sweet from a couple different people, so I'm like, okay, yeah, they're probably onto something. Maybe I should start there.
That's fair.
But I do like Soul Calibur on Dreamcast. That slaps.
Excellent game.
That's a really fun game. And I played a bunch of Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube.
It was a lot of fun.
With Link.
It was the I love when they started adding all the special guests into Soul Calibur, and they had the one variant had like Darth Vader, the other one had Yoda, and then somebody had Star.
It was whack, dude. The good one was the one with Spawn.
Tekken Advance is actually a very technically impressive game too. So yeah, I don't know if anyone is into technically impressive Game Boy Advance games, just like me, check out Tekken Advance and Driver.
Yeah, Driver's fun.
So for Dreamcast, for me, I would have to say again, Echo the Dolphin, Crazy Taxi.
I forgot how good Echo the Dolphin was on Dreamcast. That was a lot of fun too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Have you guys heard of Mach-N X on the Dreamcast? Mach-N X. Sounds
familiar. I just can't.
I have this video on the backlog that I need to get around to finishing, but it's about really weird, obscure retro games. And one of them is Mach-N X for the Dreamcast. It was made by Atlas. The same Atlas that made the Persona series, and it's basically a predecessor to Metroid Prime in a gameplay sense.
What?
It's like it has very similar gameplay to Metroid Prime, but it's also.
Does it really, or are you just trying to trigger too loud tonight because we're going to jump at that?
Try it.
I'm looking at it now. It's a first-person hack and slash. So
try it out and look at some gameplay. You'll see it has the same flow and lock-on memechanism. It's a very interesting game.
Can I play it on my VMU?
Really
Can I
campy.
play it on my VMU?
I doubt you can play.
I can't confirm or deny. So
dude, I don't think you can play Super Mario 2 on there. Dude.
That's awesome, man.
Oh man, yeah, Dreamcast was fire. That's wild.
Oh,
That's
Dreamcast
wild.
was so unappreciated. That's one of those ones I think that was just kind of unappreciated. I thought when I'm thinking about the unappreciated stuff that Russ and I were talking about earlier, I don't know. I thought Saturn, right? But I didn't play a lot of Saturn. I got one as I was older, and when I started collecting, I didn't play a lot of Saturn. And when I think of Saturn, I think of like Panzer Dragon. The first thing when I think of Saturn is Knights, because everybody played Knights, right? But like I see like Russ is always doing Last Bronx, which I vaguely remember playing and stuff. So I mean, any of you guys play Saturn games at all?
No, Saturn is something that existed in magazines for me. It was like the system I wanted, but I can't remember the price, but I was like, I can't get this thing,
Yeah, I remember being outrageous. Yep.
and then it was so quick. It felt like it was so quickly overshadowed by the Dreamcast. It just came out too quickly after, and it just feel like there are a lot of games were hidden behind that, and it was like the system that got away from me. So that's why I always try to test it. I never really get far in any of the games, but I'm always like, someday I'm gonna play all these games now that I've got devices that can, and I never do. But yeah.
I didn't own one, unfortunately. I remember my friend had one. I remember going over there one time and playing like NBA jams on there or something like that.
All right.
I don't have much Saturn history.
Our friend Vegan Pop-Tart just came in out. Vegan just flagged themselves as the ultimate unk because traded their 3DO for Saturn. I didn't even have a 3DO.
Yeah, 3DO. Man, I
so
wanted.
Vegan gets the crown for super unk.
Yeah, that was another like magazine system. I could see it in the EGM or whatever. I'm like, oh, I want that so bad because there was a game called Way of the Warrior, which was like it was kind of like Mortal Kombat, and I was like, oh, this is cool looking, and I was really into Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I loved Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I played that game on emulation. It's not a great game, but young teenager, I was like, this is so cool looking, But yeah, 3DO, man, that's crazy.
That is hysterical. Before we get into the next topic, I want to sidetrack you guys. And this is the setup here. Real quick. Favorite pizza topping?
Mine is actually going to be different, and I actually just got to experience this recently. Brisket.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Okay. All right. Monto?
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, you go.
Saving you for last because
go.
I think Russ is going to break my heart. So I'm saving because Russ is going to open a wound that my wife and I have been fighting about for 30 years.
Wow.
And
pineapple?
Am I going to open
it
too? What's
No, that's not it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm walking into a minefield.
No, I'm just going to kick you. I'll just kick you. I won't kick Russ.
No, don't send me to the gulag again, man.
Street Fighter
I
Turbo.
have to eat my way out this time.
God.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a pizza aficionado.
He had to go there. He had to go and say he doesn't like pizza. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
Where did we find Monto again?
Oh my God.
I had to eat so much pizza to get out of that gulag, man. You wouldn't believe it. Now, I really enjoy pizza. I don't stray outside of my comfort zone in a lot of areas. I find the thing I like and I just keep getting that thing.
Fair enough.
If I like something, I just keep getting it. So I like crispy pep, the little scoop shaped ones. You know what I mean? Like good pepperoni. Yeah.
So that was a good question. I didn't think about this. Is that Synchrotron MGR asked if Russ even eats pizza? Because right, you try to avoid gluten, don't you?
Yeah, I haven't eaten gluten for I do on occasion, but it's been about 15 years now, 16 years that I've.
Wow.
Yeah. But I do love me some pizza, and I will. That's like a rule. I'll break my rule for that sometimes. Maybe once or twice a year. Sometimes I just need Pizza Hut. I just gotta have one of those deep dish. My topping is, I don't know what's up with this, but my topping, I was going to say pepperoni because I do like it when it's like nice and curled like that. But there's some bad pepperoni out there, when it makes it all like red and greasy and stuff. It can be good, but a little too much. I think that like if I could just have one topping to put on a pizza, it would just be basil leaves. Like I really like a nice like Neapolitan, where it's
like a Neapolitan margarita pizza.
Yeah, exactly, like a margarita. Like I've been to Naples, Italy, and
like margarita pizza is fire,
and it's so good, man.
You've had the straight from the source.
Yeah, and it's a little tangy. The crust there, it's like chewy, but then also crispy in the edge and a little burnt and stuff. So yeah, for me, I think it's just like a simple basil leaf. Like I love that.
So two things. Camille broke my heart. I don't even know how to respond to this, Camille. I'm just completely shattered in pieces. My favorite developer of my favorite emulator just completely broke my heart, and I don't know what to say. So the kind of the basis of this is that I'm a fat guy, right? And we talked about this before. If you catch me on any of the voice chats, I'm always on Handhelds United. I'm always in the voice chat. Most of the time people pop in, and Tula's like, "Oh my God, he's gonna start talking to you about Metroid and pizza." Right? People hop in and he warns them and stuff, right? So my wife
never said that. I've never said that.
My wife got me
never once said
a pizza steal for Christmas, and it's like a pizza stone, but it's supposed to be better. And I've been making pizza like every weekend. And one of the ones we enjoy making the most is the margarita pizza with the fresh basil leaves. It's so good, man. It's funny.
Yeah,
said that.
it's good stuff. It's
I'm-
simple, but I
yeah.
like the tang of the herb right there as you eat it. It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
so good, so good.
Yeah,
And there's
I've always
nothing.
been. Yeah, I was gonna say I've always been into pizza. I mean, I wrote a few cookbooks, right? My first cookbook's got a pizza on it with basil leaves on it. Like it's a gluten-free crust. But yeah, it's like 100% like my thing. Love it.
How do you do that with the gluten-free crust? I've never had it. Is it like, how does the texture and stuff? Is it good?
It's fine. It really depends. The ones you buy in the store, they're fine. Most of them are based off of like a tapioca flour, and so they're a little crispier. The way
I like crispy pizza, so
Yeah, my crust is so there's a Brazilian cheese bread. Have you guys ever had that? Have you ever gone to like a Brazilian steakhouse and they've got like those little cheese balls? You ever seen those?
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
It's kind of stretchy. So that's made with tapioca starch. And so I basically, learned how to make those cheese balls because they're gluten free. And then I was like, I could make this into a crust. And so that's like the basis of my pizza crust was like cheesy feeling. But yeah, a little crispy too.
Hell yeah. I love it.
yeah, that's
Benny's
super
taking shots at
interesting.
me. Yeah.
Thunder Gaming said the first time I had margarita pizza was in Afghanistan, of all places, and it was great. Shout out to the Italian army. That's what's up, dude.
Mine is plain. I pepperoni or extra cheese. It's just, I like the New Haven, Connecticut style where they just it's all kind of crispy and a little bit almost burnt and stuff and just super thin.
Yeah.
That's just my preferred style of pizza.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Retro Fun Tech was asking gluten-free or cauliflower. Cauliflower to me is a little bitter, like the crust, and so I just prefer like a standard gluten-free. I'm not like low carb or anything. I just don't eat gluten, and so I would prefer to have just something that tastes a little better. And for me, cauliflower, even though it is lower carb, is like got that bitterness I don't really like.
It also doesn't hold up as much. I'm mostly gluten free as well, but the cauliflower, yeah, it's like not as. It kind of falls apart sometimes.
Right. There are times like I'll go to like California Pizza Kitchen or whatever, and like, okay, we've got a cauliflower crust, or you can get a regular one. I'm like, let's make it a gluten night. I'll just
Dude, I'm a fat boy. You guys say gluten free, and you're talking Chinese to me. It's like, wait, what?
That's why I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Dude.
So before we go next thing, Skull's playlist asked about Triforce. Did you guys hear about that emulator that the Dolphin team released? Have any of you guys played with that yet?
I haven't on Android yet. I did it on PC and stuff. I mean, you can use Triforce to play the Mario Kart arcade game, like Mario Kart 2, whatever they call it. Really fun game, but it's like locked behind an arcade. But there is a fork, that they call it a Triforce that would allow you to play that, and others. There's like an F-Zero arcade game and stuff. And so, yeah, having it on Android is going to be pretty cool. I just haven't gotten around to trying it yet.
For the people who don't know what Triforce is, Russ, can you give us a rundown?
Yeah, so it's just a fork of Dolphin that was made. Gosh, it was like 10 years ago when it first came out, and yeah, it was built to run those arcade engine Nintendo games that used a similar hardware as the GameCube. And so there are not a lot, maybe 8 games or so altogether, and a lot of them are Japanese. But yeah, you can play those games on. And you used to be able to do it on PC, no problem. You just download the fork and then you would load it up. But to play it on Android is a new thing, and so the fact that came out is really cool.
That's sick. I didn't even know that there were GameCube based arcade machines.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Clamshells have been like the hottest thing lately, right? We all love our clamshell devices, right? So,
does the ultimate for my cold dead hands, dude?
Yeah. Does the ultimate clamshell exist, or if you could make your own clamshell, what would it be? Or is the Thor or the Ioneo Pocket DS there? I mean, tell me what would be your ultimate clamshell, Mr. Russ.
I gotta hold one for a second just to kind of get a feel. I am not feeling like I need a new clamshell right now in my life. The Thor is really knocking it out of the park for me. It could be a little bit better at, the triggers are a little bit sharp on the edge, not the end of the world. I'd still, I'm marveling at how amazing this thing is. Even it's been 4 or 5 months. And then I've got the Miu Mini Flip, and that's like my little clamshell. And I'm like, good, like retro games and something pocketable. Then the Thor for basically everything else. I don't have a lot of desires for a clamshell right now. I think it's pretty good right now.
Pretty sure you stole Too Loud's exact answer. So, no improvements to the Thor? Anything you change?
I mean, there are issues with it. Like it gets a little warm, the buttons are a little bit clacky. I wish the screen on the bottom was a 4x3, just like little things like that. But no, it's not enough for me to like say we need a new one. I feel like right now half the world who have bought this thing are still waiting on theirs. So I think we're at a point where I don't want to talk about
That's a great point. That's
fair.
Great point. That is a great
Hey
point. 'cause
Russ,
there's still
any
people
way that you
asking
could
about
turn
that.
your volume up a hair? We have a couple people in the chat mention it on your
easy.
mic.
We're trying.
200% here. Let me double
All right,
check.
okay. Yeah, I turned it up in StreamYard as much as I could. I was like, that's all I can do.
Yeah, this is max I can do. I can
Sorry, guys, you got to deal with it.
I wondered about the Thor, and this is just because I don't have in front of me. I don't have a Pocket DS, but I wonder what the Thor would be like if it had two 16:9. I was kind of fascinated. Like I humored the thought of getting RP6 and then getting the DS screen as well too. I humored that thought because I kind of wondered like what it would be like to have two 16:9. Granted, I don't know if there was if I really have a reason for it. It's probably because you can show me. Showboat, look at him. So, that was kind of it. And I agree, the Thor with the triggers, but there is a 3D print that you can get that actually makes the triggers huge, and it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I have those.
I do like that. Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, someone sent me some. I mean, I don't think they're on Etsy or anything, but just a guy sent them to me. And yeah, they work really well. They're nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And these are like a prototype, so they have a couple issues where they catch on the device itself. But yeah, I like the idea of making these a little bit smoother. So yeah, totally.
Nice. What about you two, though? What would you change? Or what would you make different? Or are you just 100% happy with the way it is? Because I know you love that Miyu flip.
I've been thinking about it the whole time.
In his hip pocket.
Yeah, the Miyu Mini Flip, I wouldn't change a thing. I would change 0. It runs Onion right away. It's perfect size. I guess maybe I'll just go for a couple of other colors on the Miyu Flip. Not nothing big.
Okay.
Maybe some of the like that teal or that turquoise from the Miyu Mini. Like I really like that color. Like if we get a flip variant of that, that would be sick. But even if they didn't, it's cool. I have 2 different colors. They're fire. I really like them. As far as the Thor goes, dude, I'm with Russ. Like I can think like into the future, but it's not something that is gonna benefit me now. Like, oh yeah, a faster chip, but it's gonna do nothing for me right now. It's gonna do nothing. So, and I think I'm fine with the screens. I'm fine. I even thought to myself while you guys were talking, like, would I want bigger joystick? Like, no, it's fine. It's totally. I love the Thor just the way that it is. So yeah, Thor and Miyu Mini Flip, perfect devices for me. If I could change one thing on the Thor, okay, I changed my mind. If I could change one thing. If I order a purple transparent device, I want it to be fully transparent. Like that's it. That's the one thing. Like I don't want this purple slab of non-transparent.
They did it on the Odin as well.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
Why'd they do that?
I don't know. They took it upon themselves. They sure did, because if I knew that prior to ordering the purple, I would have never ordered the purple. I would have ordered a black like I was going to from the beginning.
So I guess the one thing I'm now thinking about it, the thing I would change about this is I don't need an all glass front on the bottom. Like that's the thing.
Yes.
Glass
So
here, that's probably my main thing. But that's again kind of a nitpick. But yeah.
So funny you said that. Same thing. And I went on Etsy and got a black vinyl to cover that.
That looks better. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to order something like that.
This thing is a fingerprint magnet, and I don't like that what they did with the transparent there. I don't.
Dude, I'll tell you the extreme that I was considering, and it was like 3 days ago. I thought this. I'm looking at my Thor on my desk, and I'm thinking to myself, like, can I open that and just razor blade the paint away from the inside? Like,
oh my god!
Like, I don't like. I considered it. Like, I was like, can I just do that? Because I don't. Dude, that was when I opened it up, when I seen it, like the exterior, I was like, God, it's gorgeous. And then I opened it and I was like, ugh. Like, what is this? Like, why did they? And on the blue Odin 3, it's not as bad. Like it's just that shade of purple that they went with the non-transparent portion. I don't care for that shade of purple. It's something about it. It's just not exciting to me.
It's a plum.
Yeah, it's a plum. It's like it's not like a royal purple or something beautiful. It's like bleh, like.
Yeah, that's it. That plum color is not great.
Yeah, Monto, what about you? Would you change anything?
I have my perfect dual.
Oh, you were still going, Matt?
No, somebody had asked me on the side about the grip. This is actually the official Thor grip, and I dyed it. I used fabric dye and I dyed it, and I found the plum color that matched the thing, and it's just
you had to go plum because of that.
Yeah, you go plum internal. Plum head. Yeah. So I got my perfect. My perfect dual screen handheld right here.
Is it the first person I ever heard use the word perfect and Retroid dual screen in the same sentence, dude?
It's amazing, right? It's brilliant. No, I think the Thor is really close. I really like it in white personally. I think that the white is just
it's gorgeous.
It's just really nice. A little overexposed, but I mean, I think that again, I'm with Russ. 4x3 bottom screen here, and I'm torn about the glass front because part of me is like it's very premium, but I think that they just needed to like round the edges. A lot of nitpicks with this. It's just small nitpicks. But for the most part, it's really solid. It's like really well done. I think it really just comes down to ergonomics, just general ergonomics, refining it. I don't think they need to reinvent the wheel here. I think that they got a good thing, and they just need to refine it a little more.
I wouldn't stray far from the foundation that they've laid. Like it's solid, dude.
And it's a great size. I don't want like the Pocket DS to like. I don't want a bigger one. I like this because this is just big enough to be pocketable. Mm-hmm. Any bigger and it's busting out the Jenko jeans, you know.
Yeah.
It's big. Like I like it. It's cool. You know, I like the bigger screen on top. I like the 4x3 on the bottom. But it's like a home device. It's not a travel one. Where that's where the 4 comes in. You know, like this is a thing I can take with me on trips, and I love that.
Yep.
And I would love to see a DS, like a true DS size, because that was something with the RGDS that there's just a slight difference. Yeah. There's just a slight difference. You know,
just
slightly bigger.
The thing is humongous. When I put it out of the box and like my Thor was sitting on my desk and I put my RGDS next to it, I was like, this thing's like a freaking.
It's bigger than the Thor, by the way.
Bro, it makes the Thor look small, bro. It's like the Thor is a saltine cracker and you got your DS is like a
wider.
Waffle. Like,
call it a waffle.
I would love to see just a true DS size.
That would be so cool.
DS emulator. Yep. And also, like, I don't know if it's possible to throw a capacitor.
Yeah, that would be so
stylus.
Cool too.
Like, just throw that little Nintendo stylus.
And I mean, those pens are out there, right? Like, there's so much of them out there. Like,
yeah, you know, just right there, and then it'd be great. I think a lot of people would love that.
Yeah,
that's why Nintendo's the GOAT.
So perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys tried the Cocoon front end? You guys done this?
Yeah, I was messing.
I haven't. I've heard a lot about the Cocoon. I've actually been messing with what's the other one? Isu. Yeah, I've been messing a lot with Isu, so I haven't got around to this one yet. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, you know, I made a video about it last week or earlier this week.
Yeah.
And, it's cool. It's neat. It's takes a little bit of work to get set up that first time, but once you got it going, it's pretty nice. I still am using Emulation Station. I'm a creature of habit, you know, but I do like for a beta release, this thing is pretty great and free.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been using Handheld Companion up until this point. And that's what it's called, right? Handheld Companion.
Console launcher.
handheld or console launcher. Console launcher. Yeah,
Console
I'm thinking
launcher's great.
x86 handheld companion. Like, my bad. So yeah, I've been using console launcher. Console launcher's been great. The thing with ISU is like I want it to work out. I don't know how they're gonna do it with the whole friends, incorporating friends and having a friends list and things like that. I think it's a genius idea. I would love to see it. I don't know how they're gonna implement that. But I really like the aesthetic of ISU. I'm gonna try this Cocoon now. I mean, you can't have too many launchers, right? Or
You
can
can never have enough. You can never have too many launchers.
That's very funny because not long ago, too, I was like, yeah, I'm not using any launchers.
I'm not a
He
launcher
was
guy.
launching games
Yeah.
from Retro Arch. He was launching.
That's
games from Retro Arch.
crazy.
It was the
Yeah,
oddest
no.
thing in the whole world, man.
You're living in 2022.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. It's because like I'm also a creature of habit, and for the longest, like the one launcher that I have grown like to love over years of time, it's gone. I mean, it's there, but it's just a shell of its former self, and that's Dig. I used to really love Dig. Like I used Dig on everything, the same theme, the same everything. I really enjoyed it. And after Dig, everybody was like, "Oh, Daiji Show." I really didn't like Daiji Show. ESDE came around, and it was like, "Oh, cool! You made my device look like a Linux handheld." Like, cool. Great. Like, yeah, like, so I'm still not a huge fan of ES. I like it for my Linux handhelds, right? But for my Android, not so much. Also, too, I don't mind like having little folders on my home screen with my retro games consoles in there and my regular games because I like to have a live wallpaper on my Android devices. I just like that aesthetic of the live wallpaper. So the Thor, though, I did make it more. I wanted it to feel more like a console. So I did go with some launchers. Where generally, like on a regular candy bar style device, I would just leave it with like Nova Launcher or something like that, and just highly customize it.
I think that when it comes to launchers, we can sort of look at it in terms of like, you know, Dig and everything that came before that. That was sort of Gen 1 launchers when it came to like game-centric launchers for Android specifically. And then there's ESDE, Daiji Show, those sort of like, you know, more developed, more, Linux-y feeling launchers. That's sort of the Gen 2. And now we're starting to see this third generation of launchers when they're a lot more taking inspiration from like your mainstream systems and like taking inspiration from the Nintendo art style and all that stuff, and really making it feel like they're so much more immersive now.
And that I like
in terms of Cocoon and console launcher and ISU. I think that everybody's really starting to figure it out and take inspiration from each other as well. You're seeing a lot of these design elements and features kind of transferring amongst all these other retro achievements being like a native core thing. Then you have like your friend things, Steam Grid integration. It's just everything's becoming easier,
it's so fire, dude.
better,
So fire.
and more feature rich across the board. It's really great.
Yeah, it's becoming more experiential now. Like it's more visual, and it's neat, you know. But I do worry, like, because I think, like, for example, with Cocoon, that works better with a smaller library where you can actually navigate through the games on your front page. Like, that's a really cool feature. But like, you don't want to have more than 20 games if you're going to do that. And so that's going to be one interesting thing is like this breakout of like, if you want a large library, ESDE is going to have it all kind of truncated. But then Cocoon or ISU and stuff, they're going to make it all really beautiful too.
Right. It's like what's the like, how do these scale up? How, when we pressure test them, do they hold up? And like what's the best
purpose of your front end? You know,
right?
What are you going to use your handheld for?
Until we get the Xbox 360 blades back.
I have to.
There's got to be a theme. There's got to be a theme for some launcher that feels like the 360 blade.
I have to force myself to try the launchers. I'm an ESDE guy as well. But like on my my Megme Air X, I don't have ESD on to force myself. I have I have reset collection, and I tried Daiji Show, but no matter what theme you put on the IG shows, it looks the exact same to me.
Yeah.
Can't get it.
That's my problem with IG show, dude. It's like
boring.
no.
It's boring.
You also, when it comes to budget handhelds, you need to be mindful of what's resource intensive, because some of these front ends, people don't realize that they take resources when they're being used, and sometimes they load slower. Sometimes they're checking your library every time you launch it. Other times you like other launchers, you have to manually scan every time you add new games. So there's some like nuance to it, and but yeah, it is tricky when you get to that sub $100 handheld, because your options are more limited, because nowadays you're getting 3 gigs of RAM, 2 gigs of RAM. And is that going to hold up? What launchers are going to work with that thing? Because you're not going to run ISU on that. You're not running Cocoon on a RGDS.
Yeah, and there's probably some merit to Too Loud's, of suggesting Dig and older ones like that probably were one. Like for me,
no, what was
like
the one that TechDweeb used? It was like a text-based launcher.
Oh
it was
my
like
god,
very
that one that was all
and,
pixelated. Yeah, what is that one?
Oh god, I can't remember what it was called. I tried it
Did
for
a
a
whole
minute, and
video
I
on it.
love TechDweeb, but I can't use it. It was like
terrible. I couldn't get into it.
Trinket. I think it was called Trinket.
Trinket.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about Trinket. That
Maybe
was a
Trinket would do good on DS, RGDS.
Trinket, the throwback. That's a flash in the pan. That like came and went. It was so interesting. It was like popped in. They had a whole video. Like, they had some lore, and the founder is like kind of
some lore. It's
mischievous and mysterious. And then like people kind of loved it for a month, and then it just people just moved on. I don't know. I'm very interested, dude. I'm interested to see where that's at these days, if the developer's still plucking away.
Yeah.
Trinket.
I'm still creature habit with that stuff. I like for ESD, if I'm using OLED, I use the iconic theme. If it's not OLED, I use the canvas theme, and that's pretty much everything.
Iconic is great.
The other one that's really good, the Too Loud found was the CoinOps one. Was it CoinOps? The one?
Yeah.
That CoinOps is so good on the OLED screen too. Yeah. That one looks really good. You have to check it out. It looks really good.
I tried my best to make ES work for me. I tried my best. Like it's just. I'll keep it on my Pal Kitty, dude. Like, it's cool, dude. I'm excited for these new ones because, like, for me, like, there's some merit to what Monto said as far as like the console-based launchers. Like these console companies, they spend a lot of money in R&D in making these front ends and just mastering them. And to see like these third parties like emulating that, I think is gonna be really nice. Like my favorite thing in RetroArch is the PlayStation theme. Like using that PlayStation theme in RetroArch, there no other theme can stack against that, right?
Yeah,
and
I don't like it.
XMB is so fire, dude. I go XMB every time. Yeah, get him out of here. Finally. Send him to the gulag. Yeah, he's going to have to put XMB.
He has to play Contra 3 on an A30 to get out of there, dude.
Look at that thing. That's a new PSP
there
right
we go, dude. Look at how gorgeous, dude. It never gets old to me. Yeah.
Push the scale up.
Yeah, a new emulation station theme. It's called XMB, I think.
Oh, wait.
It came out like a few days ago. XMB menu is what it's called.
Oh, that looks great.
That's an ESD
color.
Yeah. Yeah, you can change.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, and then if you go in though, it's like a vertical like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Customize that.
That's sweet with the artwork behind it across the whole screen. That's beautiful, dude.
There you go.
Wow, you're trying to rein me in, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that might get me. I was a PlayStation guy back then, man. Like I really enjoyed PlayStation. I spent a lot of time on that in that launcher right there.
What's the RGUI? That's the variant of RetroArch. It's that one.
RGUI is the regular. Yeah. This is what you go with, Matt.
What is
Oh
that?
my god!
What the hell is that, Matt?
You know what it is? Is because Matt's favorite game is File Manager, and it just makes him feel like he's in a File Manager.
Rock and a stick to make fire.
Yeah.
Matt's favorite game is trying to catch
That
a
looks
dinosaur.
so clean.
What the hell?
So clean. I love that.
That is not. That is
Matt's
the
favorite
opposite
game
of clean, dude.
is cave painting.
Oh my god,
Dude. Let me see.
Control a gyro mice
Miguel
with the
said,
Thor.
yeah, okay. Can you control gyro? Can the gyro control mouse in the Thor?
I don't. You'd have to look, and you have to use maybe an app or something. I don't know about the mouse touch, but you can use gyro in it, no problem with like Wii games or Switch games that support it and stuff. But I
But
don't know
in the
about
mouse is the question. The only thing I could think
What
is
in the
like if
Dollar
you're moving
Tree
the cursor
USA
from-
is that, dude?
Yeah, boot.
Hold on. Somebody needs to. I need a moderator. Who wants to be the moderator here?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you know what I meant to ask you guys earlier? So, do you guys, and this is, I'm backtracking here, along the lines of like when we're talking about GameNative and emulating Windows stuff on Android, do you guys have a favorite device for that? I mean, for me currently, because it's the most powerful Android I have, it's probably the Thor. But do you have a favorite device for that, Russ or Monto or Too Loud?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I was moderating the chat. I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, sorry. That's all right. So, Russ, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm using the Odin 3 right now, mostly because I bought the 16 gig one, the one that has 512 gigs of internal storage. And so I've still been using internal storage for that. And so that's kind of been my go-to right now. But yeah, the Thor has still got a couple. I got like Halo Master Chief Collection on my Thor. And so I'm still playing that on here. But yeah, it's mostly the Odin 3 now.
What about you, Monto? You said you haven't been doing a lot of GameNative, right?
No, I really haven't. I'm a little back. I'm a little swamped with all catching up on all these random like budget handhelds. Been trying to show love to the sub $100 life, but in terms of like GameNative and stuff like that, it's got to be the two AYNs. It's Odin 3 and the Thor. The Thor, you know what you're gonna get. It's an HN2. It's basically an Odin 2 in a clamshell. But the Odin 3 is a wild card, and it's really interesting to see just like week by week what are we able to run. Is what didn't run last week, is that going to run this week? It might do it. Right. So yeah, I also have the Max model, so got a little bit of extra storage left, but man, those PC games add up. I can tell you that much. An 80 gig game, you can only get like 6, 7 of them. Like not too many. You gotta save room for the other stuff too.
What up, Aish? How you doing, Aish?
What up, Aish?
Oh yeah, dude. So what was the question? Because I missed that. I was dealing with I was chopping in the Dollar Tree for a moment, dude.
Somebody was saying some inappropriate stuff.
GameNative. What game? What handheld are you using?
No. Well, I answered that earlier. I'll be experimenting more later. I've been doing all my GameNative on native x86. So
what? No, what will you be doing it on?
The original native.
Yeah. I'll be doing it on the Thor. Yeah, I'll be doing it on the Thor. Like I said, I'm going to try out Cookie Cutter. I'm going to try out a few games out on there. I'll try. Marvel, Cosmic Invasions. Some of the more lighter stuff. I don't need the really heavy stuff. Anyways, like some of that stuff I wouldn't really care to play on a device as compact as the Thor.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I found that just quickly chiming, I found that with the Thor, it's great for indie games on the go with GameNative and stuff like that, because you can limit the frame rate. And at least in GameHub, I gotta look into it with GameNative. But you can limit the frame rate in GameHub, and you can also set your handheld to like a low performance mode, and you can really sip battery life over the course of like a little travel. I was playing a ton of GameHub Lite on the plane ride to CES this year and the plane ride back. So you can really set it up to be like a little indie game machine.
That's a great question. Did we talk about that? What did you guys play on the flight to CES? You just said you play a bunch of GameHub. What did you play, Russ? What did you play?
I had my Legion Go S with me. So I was playing actually Halo 1 Master Chief Collection on that. And so that was because I wanted something with long battery life, and that worked pretty well. I was able to play it like 4 hours or something on the flight. The flight's about 6 hours from Hawaii. And so yeah, that's what I ended up playing was my Legion Go S. I mean, I still love my handheld PCs, but I see a lot of value in playing stuff on Android too.
What about you, Tula? What'd you play?
I didn't play anything. I mean, I brought my Thor. I brought the Z13 with me. I brought the Miu Mini Flip. On the flight though, so I brought my wife to CES. So I bust out the iPad, connected to that T-Mobile in-flight Wi-Fi, and we watched some TV shows and movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I think Too Loud knows this. I don't know if Monto knows. I played Ragebound on my Legion Go 2.
I think
Awesome
you beat it
game.
on your flight home,
Awesome
right?
game.
You finished it?
Yep. Started on the flight there and videoed on the flight home. Excellent game. A lot of fun. I was surprised at how good it was.
Such a gorgeous game. Have you tried that one, Russ?
Yeah, I've got it and I've played a little bit, but I need to, between that and the new Shinobi, I just haven't given them.
Oh, I saw the new
Shinobi's
Shinobi
next.
too, dude. Yeah, I haven't tried the new Shinobi yet. I haven't tried that one.
Speaking of those kind of games in the art style, perfect segue. Thanks, Russ. Sony State of Play, insane, right? So Too Loud calls me and tells me, "Did you see the State of Play?" I said no. He's like, "Oh my gosh," because there's always a couple good games here and there.
Dude,
The whole thing was insane, man. It's
they
so
blew my
good,
socks
so-
off, bro. They literally
Oh
blew
my
my socks
gosh.
away. I was not expecting it because it's been so blah, like lackluster, like not just whatever, But that this time I had to. I was like, yo, man, because we were streaming when they did it. So that's when I called you, and I was like, dude, you gotta look at some of these games, bro. Hey, let me make a quick mention before we carry on here. Hey, everybody in the comments, I want you guys to know Save State is moving to its own channel starting next week. It was meant to happen today. Unfortunately, they gave me 24 hours before we could live stream there. So the first thing in our description below is a link to the new Save State channel. So starting next week, if you guys are going to want to catch the show, make sure you're subscribed over there because it will not be hosted here anymore. So just want to let you guys know, subscribe. It's in the description box, and we really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Back to you, Matt.
And we have another great guest next week, so be sure to tune in. And it made me think of that just now when we're talking about Ragebounds and Shinobi. This is the new Castlevania. It's called Belmont's Curse. It looks oh my gosh.
I had to show you this one, dude. I was like, this is right up our alley, bro. Like,
this is insane. This just looks so incredible to me. I was like, wow, this is me all day. I mean, forget AAA.
When I see games like this, though, I think to myself, like, this is the games that I like to play on handhelds. Like, here, like, retro-inspired modern games are so amazing to play on handhelds. Like, and it looks great.
Freaking perfection. Did you guys watch the State of Play or see any of these games?
I checked out a bunch, but I didn't watch the full thing. But yeah, there's some exciting launches or games that are announced at least. That's super cool.
Yeah, I saw the lineup afterwards and I was like, wow, okay, that something actually happened this time. There's something big happened. There's a lot.
Hey, is that a fact, Vegan? Because I got those vibes from this game when I seen it.
Right.
I was like, dude, this has like Dead Cell vibes.
Oh, right
look
there.
at that right there.
That clip right there looks like Dead Cells.
Yeah. Cells you.
Yep. It definitely gave me those vibes.
Yeah, I dig that. And Russ, you can tell me it's okay. You missed the State of Play because you're watching Save State podcast. We know it's all right, buddy. You don't got it.
Dude.
Else that was again something along these lines.
Did you guys see the new like Marvel vs. Capcom type game? I think it's called like Tokon. Is it?
I forgot.
I think it's called like Tokon.
Yeah. Pull the video for that. I forgot to pull that video.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'll pull it.
This is the other one that looked so good too. Was
Dude, this one got me going. I was like, oh, dude, I'm so ready. And the animations, just everything looked so good in it.
Come on. It's a freaking God of War prequel. Like Kratos as a young guy. I was like, oh, this looks so good. And it's got the Ragebound art style.
Yeah, that one's it's really interesting, and yeah, I like the idea of going back a little bit further in the Kratos storyline, and really exciting. I'm also very excited for the God of War trilogy remake.
Me too, dude. Me too.
It's so
Those are
funny,
my
though.
favorite God of Wars.
Oh yeah. As soon as they announced it, I was like, oh crap, now I don't want to ever play the first 3 until this new one comes out. Because I've been thinking I need to play through those games again because it's been so long, you know. Now I'm like, well, now I might as well just wait because I'm not going to play it twice in the next year or 2 or however long it takes, you know. And so it's a good and a bad thing. It's good, it's exciting, it's coming out, but it's bad because it's like, man, I was going to play those and I don't know if I want to play them twice, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And those were the best to me. I like this may be a hot take. I think that God of War 2018 onward should have been a different IP. Because it literally changed like just the play style. The way you play God of War is a completely different, and they're excellent games. Like I'm taking zero away from them. It's a completely different play experience than God of Wars of the past. So actually, you know, it's funny because I was reading an article about this one here, Matt, and the developer of God of War, he said it was kind of funny. He was like, waste of time. Do not play this game.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, the guy hates everything though. So it's like
Yeah. Okay, fair. See, I don't know him like that. So okay.
So
That's hysterical.
It doesn't look bad to me. So
No, I love just the kind of old retro graphics in this. I love it all.
it's like play my game or none. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. People are mad about this one though because apparently on the store it says it's co-op, but it's only co-op after you beat the game, and so people were mad.
No.
Play through it the first time together and they can't, and so I personally am just gonna wait and see if that comes to PC. I don't.
That's a weird mechanic.
On that PS5, you know, so I'll probably wait if it comes to PC.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I did not know that.
Wait, Ace said that dude rage quit Metroid Dread because it was too hard. I can't take him seriously after that. Okay, well now I know who we're dealing with now for sure.
Oh my gosh, Tula, you want to put the other one up?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here. Right here. Dude, this one, our buddy Gamers Generation showed me this because he knows I love Capcom vs Marvel, and when I seen it, I was like, "Oh, sign me up, dude! Sign me up!"
Yeah, I heard some interesting things about this one. So you can pick up to 4 players on your team, you know, but they all have a shared life bar.
Yep.
So they're thinking that it may
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, there's only I think 20 announced characters so far, and so they're thinking that instead of having like teams of 4 versus 4, it might end up being that people just pick like their favorite character and stay with them, you know. Because with other games, like it's more strategic. Like, you know, you've got your 3 characters, they all have their own life bar. One of the guys is like you know, he's going to be a sponge, so he's going to take a lot of the hits and build up your meter and stuff like that. And I don't see that really happening with this style of strategy that they're setting up here. So it'd be really interesting. But yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a different experience having that one life bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am curious to try it because I want to see what was the point in doing that. What was their reasoning? Because I feel like are we tagging into the other character, or are they just coming out and doing a move and going back? You know, so but it looks gorgeous.
Either way, the art style is incredible and it just looks insane. I mean, it's so good. So I'm in. I'm 100% in on this one.
Yeah.
One last one, and then we'll wrap up because I thought this one looked freaking incredible too. And Too Loud pointed this out.
I can pull this.
The John Wick game. Phew.
Oh yeah.
This looks insane. I am. Yeah.
There was a bunch of games thomes for those of you guys who missed it.
John Wick game already came out. John Wick Hex. It was like that hexagonal Switch game.
They pulled that. They pulled that. It's not available anymore. They pulled it.
No way. That's so funny.
Yeah, they pulled it like a year ago, man. Yeah.
They were probably prepping for this. They didn't want to get it mixed up.
Yeah. People to confuse them.
That's funny.
I mean, it's just a teaser trailer, but this
it wasn't much gameplay from what I remember, but just the chance to like play as John Wick, I think
Oh my gosh,
that'll
yes,
get
that'd
anybody
be
excited,
awesome.
right?
I agree.
So
I agree.
to me, I think of something like a more high-paced Hitman style game.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Just more in your face, like Hitman, without all the stealth stuff. It's just action.
Yeah.
And then last thing, since we're talking about PlayStation, there are rumors that the PlayStation 6 is being delayed because of this whole RAM chip shortage and storage shortage, as well as there's also rumors that the PS5 has a hardware problem where it's allowing it to be hacked and it is unpatchable. So, and it wouldn't
And
be
it
an
would
episode
be
of
an
Save
episode.
State if Matt didn't kick himself out, and not only kick himself out, but close his entire browser. So
He always closes the browser.
I'm wondering if I should give him 30
browser.
seconds to come back to close out, or just tell him it's over when he gets here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he does it, Russ, every week. It's a no matter what thing. It's a
Like
look, there he
clockwork.
goes. Yeah.
No.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
No, my adrenaline driver crashed and my video output lost, so I had to restart it real quick.
Your adrenaline, you know what it was? The driver recognized that you had failed to kick yourself this week.
Fair enough. So, that being said, we are on a time crunch. Real quick, Tila, what are you working on? What should everybody expect to see from you next? That's not safe state related.
Oh wow, you said that's not safe state related. Well, actually, that's not fair. I want to say, I want to speak on safe state related stuff. So we got the new channel coming. I'm also brainstorming a few more ideas as far as live segments for safe state, with a couple more creators. And I can't let the cat out the bag yet because we're still trying to figure this out. But we're trying to give a little bit more for those who enjoy the live experience. So we're looking into that. Also looking forward to kicking off another series of Tag Your It with the community.
Awesome.
That should be super fun. I need to do a MiU mini flip video. I really need to do that because I really love that device. And for some reason, whenever I really love a device, I never make a video on it. So I need to stop that. I need to actually make the video on the device. It's because every time I get it and I want to start recording, I just play, and I forget that I'm actually doing something.
Funny.
So,
Too funny.
Yeah. Other than that, just waiting on a bunch of stuff to come in. Still just moping about the Apex, and that's it. Watching Russ videos. That's my plan.
Fair enough. Monto, so we doing like a 10-hour stream this weekend, or what are we doing?
I don't know, man.
Wait, we're gonna do a 10-hour stream.
I-
We're gonna do a 10-hour stream on the Soldier Boy flip.
The turder.
Oh, you got yours? I'm still waiting
The
for my
turder
Soldier
too.
Boy flip.
The Soldier Boy flip. Yeah. No, he sent me a box. I'm gonna unbox it live on stream.
I'm starting to feel like I got scammed, dude. I ordered 2 of them. I haven't received either of them yet.
Sent me an empty box. Yeah, it's very light. No. Yeah, I kind of just do whatever.
That's a crazy request, Russ. I love you. Please adopt me.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know how I can top that. I'm just making videos and streaming sometimes. So yeah, I got a couple reviews upcoming for different like budget handhelds. I still got to get around to reviewing this thingy.
Mine's coming. Mine's in May.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Also, by the way, if anyone has a TrimUI brick, NextUI just got an update that enabled retro achievements. So you can now have retro achievements on NextUI. Yeah. So I've been jamming on that. And yeah, got some other stuff, live streams, you know the deal.
That's too funny. Think of all the handhelds if Russ adopts you. Smart play. So
it's
we're getting
handhelds. Hallelujah.
We're getting a video from you, Russ, talking about Anbernic. Is that the next thing we're gonna see?
Yeah, so I'm excited. Recording
I'm
after
excited.
this. I'm gonna finish up my video, basically roasting all the bad ones and just talking about like some of the missteps in terms of like they start with an idea and then somebody gets in there and says, well, what if you do this? And like put sticks on a GBA handheld, things like that, and just all falls apart at some point. And so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of put all this. It's all in good fun. You know, I think every company makes dumb decisions. You know, but Anbernic is spectacularly good at this. So.
So based on your history, and you're doing a video on all the bad and the amount of bad Anbernics we have. So you're doing you're shooting for like a Monto style 6 or 7 hour video. Is that what you're doing?
I'm trying to keep it under 30. We'll see how that goes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Oh my God. So folks, next week we got another great show. Remember, we're switching to Save State Podcasts on YouTube. It's in the link below. You can catch all of us on Handhelds United every week. We're always there. Come hang out, come talk to us. Corruption just called Russ uncle. I don't know if he's calling you old or you guys are related. I don't know if I want to know. But come check.
That's a good
We'll be back. We'll be back next week. We got a great guest for you. Thank you again for watching us. Thank you again for supporting us, Mr. Russ.
Thank you, Russ, for coming and hanging out with us, dude. I really look forward to that video. That's an awesome concept. I think it's going to be hilarious. I got popcorn ready. So,
Monto, you're my favorite youngin. Too loud. You all right?
Yeah. Born
have a wonderful night.
When the N64 came out, dude. I'm still processing this. All right, guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. We'll catch you again next week
new channel.
on the Save State channel. Peace.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace.